10 minutes until 2 o'clock. I thought I really needed to give you an update on this storm. The tornado warning is still into effect for Tunica County, Tate County, extreme southwestern DeSoto County. If you look at this radar, they're just to the south of Tunica. You see a lot of pink and you see some black there. That indicates to me that there is some very intense hail falling right there. I'm going to show you another view. This is called storm relative velocity, and you always watch the TV people talk about the red and green couplets down there south of Tunica. Those red and green couplets indicate to me that there's rotation there. Now, this is a tornado warned storm. I've not seen reports of actual damage from that part or an actual report that a tornado's on the ground, but that definitely indicates strong rotation on that storm there to the south of Tunica, in the area where you see the black there, where the intense hail is. There, this is a very, very strong storm down there. In fact, I'm going to leave this graphic and this stream going probably just live for just a while, just to just so you can keep an eye on it. We're streaming out on my Facebook page, and I think DeSoto County Newsroom's Facebook page now, and my YouTube page that's listed under Sam Reichard. So I think it's important enough, if you don't have any other source for weather, that I keep this up and that you can just watch that as it moves across the southern part of definitely the southern part of DeSoto County. Certainly, if you're in the Senatobia area or the Arcabutla area, you need to be aware that a very, very strong storm is headed your way. Hernando, you may be just on the very northern side of this storm as it moves through, but you just need to be aware and watch it. I'll come in from time to time with some audio for you and give you a little update, I guess, in my perspective of what is going on. I'm going to take down the my picture there, and then you can just see what's happening with the storm right here. In fact, I'll put it in motion for you, and you can see how it's traveling across the area there at Tunica, moving at about 40 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour. So when it moves into your area, it'll move out of your area fairly quickly. But that storm concerns me. So just be aware that a strong storm is approaching just to the north of Senatobia, probably going to travel right across the Arcabutla Lake area and go through southern part of DeSoto County, at least with the very stronger portions of the storm. The rest of DeSoto County, from Hernando to the north, heavy rain, probably gusty winds, lightning in just a few minutes. But it looks to me like that the stronger parts of the storm and the tornado portion, warned portion of that storm, is going to go right maybe along the Tate County, DeSoto County line. Folks in Ingram's Mill, you might be aware that this is approaching your area also. So I'm going to leave this up live for just a few minutes for you to watch, and I'll come back if I have any other pertinent information that is just developed. And just a note also, I'm having a little difficulty with internet here today. Signal seems to be dropping from time to time, so if it drops, I apologize for that, but I guess the internet here is doing the best it can. Well, what I ate and all that stuff, 104 was my numbers, not bad. It's just sweets. Right, I need just a few minutes. Okay, folks, I'm back here with you. Just an update. It is 2:03 p.m. The tornado warning is still in effect for the areas that we mentioned earlier: Tunica County, northern Tate County, southwestern DeSoto County, probably the Eudora area, right on the edge of that. Certainly, areas around Arca Butler Lake and Buena Vista are included in the tornado warning right now. From my perspective, the storm looks slightly weaker than it did 15, 20 minutes ago. Not quite as much hail. The black area there that I mentioned that just indicated really intense hail. The black area much smaller than it was. I'm going to show you the storm relative velocity now, where those red and green couplets were not as pronounced as they were 15 minutes ago, but we still see some rotation there. But it appears that this storm is maybe weakening just a little bit. I certainly don't say that to have you not be on guard and to be aware that a strong storm's still in the area. But that's just an update right now of my perspective of what this storm looks like. You folks in Hernando getting ready to have some rain. Yeah, some lightning probably, but certainly some fairly moderate rainfall to heavy rainfall for a few minutes. If you're south of Hernando, I think you'll get even heavier rainfall along with that still possible hail event moving through the area. But as I said, not as much hail indicated in this storm as it was 15 minutes ago, and the rotation looks a little bit less, but still be aware. We have a tornado warning in the area that tornado warning was issued for probably 30, 40 minutes ago. If something changes with the coverage for that area, I'll come back on and let you know. Thanks for watching. I'll send you back to just live radar. Yeah, Megan, you ask on this. Megan Tate Nichols asks, "Do you think the storm will reach the Bahia area?" Yeah, I think Bahia is going to have a thunderstorm come through. Now the question is whether or not the storm will still be strong there. Right now, it appears to be weakening somewhat, which is a good sign. But sometimes these storms weaken a little and then they kind of spin back up and increase in intensity. So I can definitely say Bahia is going to have a thunderstorm probably in 45 minutes or so. Whether or not it stays strong, I don't know that yet. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'm trying to look at Facebook. I don't know how current all the comments are, but we have 33 people watching the live stream right now, it looks like. And I'll try to answer any question that I see in the Facebook comments if you want to try to post a question there for me. Somebody may need to tell me if the stream is holding up or not, because I'm getting a lot of stream warning signs here that tell me that it's kind of weak, my internet anyway. I don't have North Central Connect. They've decided not to locate in my area until the very end. So supposedly my weak internet is high speed. Strongest parts of this storm now are to the east of Tunica. So if you're in Tunica, if you're in West Helena or Helena, it appears that you're out of danger from this storm. Anyway, if you're east of Highway 61, basically, uh, unless you're down near Clarksdale, then your storms have moved to the east of you also. Hernando should be just beginning to rain in just a few minutes. In fact, you may be having light rain right now. If you're at I-269 and near Highway 51, probably some light rain falling with some heavier rain just on the way. Senatobia having a thunderstorm or a fairly decent rain shower moving through right now, but that one is not severe there in Senatobia. Looks like a little hail picking up again in this storm. As I said, sometimes they cycle down and then they wind back up. So a lot of pink there east of Tunica, approaching Arcabutla Lake that indicates probably a lot of hail there. Shannon, thank you. You said it's working good for you. Waiting to hear about the Lewisburg area. Let me see. Lewisburg area. Lewisburg. Yeah, I think you're going to have a strong thunderstorm, and that will be probably 20, 25 minutes from now. So we'll just have to wait and see how that turns out. I'm going to try to broaden the scope of this radar for just a little bit. Let's see. Get it out of the Tunica area, and I'm going to stop the. There you go, right there. We can see exactly where it is. Yeah, I think Lewisburg is going to be in the path of the stronger portions of the storm. Whether or not it has some really intense winds or anything, I doubt it. But right now, we'll go back to the storm relative velocity, and you can see how that's kind of flattened out down to the west of Coldwater, and that should move right across Coldwater. Probably that's where the rotation is, but it's kind of flattening out, which seems to me like maybe that's a weakening factor also. But right now we'll continue to watch it and maybe answer some questions. Jesse, thank you. Jesse says hearing thunder in Hernando. Yeah, I would think you are. It's not that far away from you right now. Probably about 10 miles to the south and to the west is where the most intense portion of the storm here is in relations to Hernando. And right now it looks like that the core of that will pass just to the south of Hernando. If you're in the Arcabutla Lake area, or I believe it's called Buena Vista down there near the Tate County line, that's where the stronger portions of this storm is going to move through in just a few minutes. Haven't heard any reports of damage or any official reports of sightings of tornadoes. So that rotation that I'm seeing may just be up in the atmosphere. That's probably 40 miles, 35, 40 miles away from the radar beam. So that radar beam will be several thousand feet up in the air is what it's seeing. Elizabeth, do you think Olive Branch will see tornadoes? I don't think so. Yeah, don't hold me to that, but I don't think that Olive Branch will see tornadoes. In fact, most of the area probably won't. I have heard up in northwest Tennessee, up in Rutherford County, near Dyersburg, up in that area, that they have extensive damage up there from a tornado that went through at about 12:30 or 1 o'clock. But as far as damage is concerned down in Mississippi, I haven't heard of any yet. Although all that hail that looks like it's falling, probably making some dents in some cars from time to time. We're up to 60 people watching on my Facebook page. I don't know about the DeSoto County Newsroom Facebook page. John Harris in Bridgetown. How much rain for us? It just depends. It's going to move through fairly quickly, so I don't think it's going to be a huge rain event, John. Maybe an inch. Could be a little more than that, probably. If this was a slow-moving storm, I'd say we'd get a lot. But I received this morning 6/10 of an inch of rain, so I think you could probably receive at least that much or maybe more with this storm as it moves through. Thanks for the question. Hernando's now under a severe thunderstorm warning. It's that warning box basically has been issued on top of the tornado warning box. So I don't know what that indication might be, but the severe thunderstorm warning uh, basically covers Hernando areas south of 269 over to near Lewisburg right now. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued in the same area that the tornado warning is issued in. Hernando just sprinkling. Yeah, you'll get more than just a few sprinkles in a few minutes, TJ Cates. Senatobia, you're also under the severe thunderstorm warning, by the way. Patrick Jeans said it's lightning and raining hard in South Haven. Yes, certainly on the west side of I-55, radar indicates some very heavy rain all the way over to Highway 61, including all of Horn Lake and down through to the south, including Eudora. Any just between basically between I-55 and Highway 61, most of that area is receiving heavy rain right now. Still, the most intense portion of the storms are down to the south in northern Tate County, and I'm still looking at the storm relative velocity radar, and it looks like the rotation is falling apart down there, which I would say that's a good thing right now. Aline Carver Little plans in Hernando around 6:30. Yeah, I would think it's probably all going to be out of here by 6:30. At least that's what we're hoping for. In fact, it's what 2:15 right now. Yeah, it may be out of here by 3:30, 3:45. Still a lot of activity down to the south, but this system is basically moving to the east. So I don't think we're going to have a training event where we'll have storm after storm after storm. Kyle Cornish says we've got small hail in Buena Vista Lakes right now. So yeah, I think probably Kyle to the south of you in northern Tate County, they probably have probably larger hail down there and a lot more of it than maybe you're receiving. It appears that the tornado warning has been canceled, and we just have a severe thunderstorm warning in that area, and that kind of follows what I've been saying about the weakening of the storm and the rotation seem to be falling apart. So, yeah, that's a good thing. In fact, you don't see the red box anymore; it's a yellow colored box. Same area that indicates a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to pop this one graphic down and we'll pull back the next one and see what it says. Let's see. Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern DeSoto County, northwestern Mississippi, east central Tunica County, western Tate County until 3 o'clock this afternoon. A severe thunderstorm is located near Little Texas. I might have to find some of these places one time. Or 15 miles west of Senatobia. That answered my question. Moving east at 20 miles an hour. It says hazard possible 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail. I would be surprised to see a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust down there from this system, but certainly, yeah, strong winds. Let me take that one thunderstorm graphic off here, right there. There we go. Still got hail south of, well, let's just say northwest of Senatobia, moving through the, maybe it's going to go just to the south of Arcabutler Lake through Tate County. And at this point, that portion of the storm, that pink portion that you see right over my head, that's where the indicator shows at least very heavy rain and possibly or most likely some hail. That's going to, looks like, may miss you folks in Hernando. That's a good thing. It's headed down right along the county line, DeSoto County, Tate County line, and we'll move on into Marshall County, possibly even south of Bahia. That would be my projection of that right now, and that's the most intense part of this storm. Otherwise, we just have a yeah, a good thunderstorm moving through the area. Um, Patrick Jeans reports that there's a 10-second delay from Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, there's probably about a 30 or 40-second delay from when I'm actually saying these things and you receive those. And, it just depends on the path that this signal has to go to get to Facebook and to you, or it takes a different path to get to YouTube or to you. I'm actually broadcasting on one channel, and the service that I use, I can simulcast on up to probably 30 or 40 different destinations if I had that many, which I don't. I've just started this. TJ, deflate Santa and the snowman. Santa might have withstood the winds. I don't think your winds are going to be that strong, but Santa's pretty tough. He can fly through the air, get all the way around the world in less than 24 hours. So he may be pretty tough. Mackenzie says, is it coming towards Olive Branch? The thunderstorm is, Mackenzie, but I don't think the most intense parts of that thunderstorm are coming through Olive Branch at this time. I think if you're in Ingram's Mill, or if you're down south of 269 in the Lewisburg area, you may get some heavier storm activity. I don't think it's going to be that bad for you, though. And Megan Take Nichols, I think where you are located north of Bahia, you're probably just going to have a thunderstorm, kind of like we had this morning, and you're not going to get to experience the stronger portions of the storm either. In fact, the storm is not nearly as impressive now as it was about 45 minutes ago. So I think maybe the activity that we had this morning served to stabilize the environment somewhat here in DeSoto County. And the sun only popped out a few times, and when it did, it didn't stay out. It didn't have a lot of time to really energize the atmosphere and warm it up. That's what causes thunderstorms and all. But Megan, I can stream. I can stream to bunches of destinations with just one signal, and that makes it that saves bandwidth for sure. I certainly couldn't stream to multiple destinations just using my bandwidth. So, that is a good thing. Right now, all we have is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. That is good news for all of us. The storm appears to be falling apart on the south end of it, and typically that's where you see the stronger portions of a tornadic type thunderstorm, although I still think you folks in northern Tate County, right along the DeSoto County line, are going to have some very heavy rainfall and probably some good-sized hail falling over the next 15 or 20 minutes. But the good news is it looks like once this system gets out of here, it's done for, and we can just enjoy some cooler air coming in and a northwesterly breeze. It's the first time I've tried to answer questions, and it seems to works pretty good. Elizabeth Ortiz, I'm sorry, you've been a long-time follower of me, and I certainly appreciate it. I do my best to tell you how I feel about the weather. And right now, I'm beginning to hear a little thunder here at my house, so maybe I can get to hear the thunder rolling here with this thunderstorm activity. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 3 o'clock still here in Tate County. And if you're in Tunica County, I think you're okay right now. Tate County, you're the one that's going to have the stronger storms right now. If you're just south of Hernando and DeSoto County, then you're going to have some heavy rainfall at least, and maybe some gusty winds. Yeah, Megan, I know where our biggest fans are. And I know I have advertisers that wanted to probably have their logo up here, but when things get really, really busy then I tend to kind of focus on what's happening with the weather and forget to pop a logo up. But yeah, Megan Tate Music is a sponsor from time to time. If you like good old Southern gospel music, look up on Facebook, Megan Tate Music. Her music will warm your heart. Others that sponsor my weather from time to time: Dreammaker Realty, DeSoto Air and Plumbing. Let me see. There's lots of them. David McNeely with Edward Jones, Cross Point Church, and Air and Heat Services. All of those are great sponsors. Well, I hope you're not watching my broadcast and driving down I-55 right now, but if you're there north of Coldwater and south of Hernando, right at the county line, you probably can't see well because the rain's probably falling really, really hard there, and you may be getting hailed on. That's where the hail looks like it's going to pass, and the heaviest part of the storm will pass right across northern Tate County near the DeSoto County line, and probably avoid most of the Lewisburg area. We had a question about Lewisburg, and yeah, I think most of the intense portions of the storm is going to move just to the south of you. May still nip the Ingram's Mill area in extreme southeastern DeSoto County, and then it moves into Marshall County and looks like it's going to move south of the most part by Hayham, Holly Springs. You may see some heavy thunderstorm activity, and maybe the hail will still be falling by then. And I know you folks in Holly Springs that deal with the Holly Springs Utility District don't need to hear or see any of that. From reading your Facebook page, the sun can shine and make your power go out. So this may not be a good thing for you. Scott, yeah, you're hearing thunder and have light rain in Ingram's Mill. I think you're going to get more than that. Yeah, let me know if you get some hail in about 30 minutes or so. You probably have your cars already inside that garage, but that would be a good place to hide them over the next few minutes. Don't want to have an insurance claim, right? I'm showing now down to 46 viewers on Facebook now, so things are calming down and people are going back to normal. Patrick Jean said I have 60 likes on the Soda page, I believe. No telling how many I have on this one. Temperature's starting to drop there. Yeah, you're getting Kyle there at Buena Vista on the backside of that thunderstorm. The collapsing thunderstorm, the cold air aloft is probably dropped down toward the surface right now. And you probably do have some cooler air. I'm going to show you the storm relative velocity once again. If you recall how it looked a few minutes ago with that bright green and bright reds right side by side, you can see it's all basically falling apart as it moves across, and that indicates that rotation is not occurring like it was before. And rotation is what we look for when we're talking about tornadoes and even gusty winds. You could have some gusty winds on the very front edge of some of these storms as they move in, but they shouldn't last long either. By the way, this is the first time I have tried to talk for 30 straight minutes about thunderstorms. I've always wondered how the folks on TV do it. They evidently have to be very, very wordy, and I'm not usually that way, and I repeat myself quite a bit. Jessica Byers asked, we have to drive to Jackson. Should we be okay? Let me see if I can, I'm going to zoom way out on this radar one time here and just take a look at it and see. Yeah, I think you'll be fine driving to Jackson. It doesn't look like hardly anything down at the south end of this system. It looks like it's all right here. Kristen Bowen, yeah, the live feed's going to be breaking up for you because I'm watching. My system here has a light that flickers on and off when the stream is weak, and that's my fault. That's my problem on my end. It's not on your end. Yeah, it'll be breaking up, and not nothing I can do about it. In fact, I have T-Mobile home internet, which normally has been very rock solid with uploads of 40 or 50 megabytes, which would have been more than ample, but I've been having trouble with it over the last couple of days. My uploads are only like 5 or 6 megabytes, and they assured me today about noon that they'll work on it and fix it for me. So I apologize for that, for the internet. Not a lot I can do about that on my end right now. It comes and it goes, and sometimes it's going a lot. Thanks for watching, Faye Wright, Bonnie Perry, yeah, Tammy Thompson. Yeah, it's not your fault. It's my fault. I'll take the blame for that.